What's going on, guys? Jack here from Just Decoded. I break down body language and non-verbal communication to find out what people are truly saying and thinking. A woman accused of murdering a pastor and his wife recently testified in court to defend herself. Now, for context, there was a bit of a love triangle going on. The pastor and his wife seemingly had an open relationship, and the lady being accused of murder was the missing piece to the puzzle, who was apparently having an affair with the gentleman. Now, things kind of went south, and the lady in the video ended up shooting them both. But she doesn't actually deny it. She admits to it. However, it's her reasoning behind this that's catching all the attention. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the body language of the moment she addresses it directly, uncover any hidden truths, and I'm going to point out a few things that I think you might have missed. Quick side note, if you want to learn body language to accelerate your career, maybe you're an ambitious professional or an emerging leader, wherever you're at, there's no better time to learn body language to get ahead in life. So either way, I have a free email mini course, links in the description, just one quick lesson a day, super easy. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video.
And as I reached into my pockets to get my keys, I remember being outside the door, and then the next thing I was standing in their kitchen.
Do you deny that you shot Brous Perry?
I do not.
Do you deny that you shot Tabitha?
I don't, but I know it wasn't intentional.
Did you mean to shoot Tabitha?
No, I wasn't trying to hurt anybody.
So a common indicator to see if someone's lying or being truthful is whether they nod or shake their head congruently with what they're saying. So in this instance, she's saying no and she's shaking her head as well, which makes sense. But the key is she's doing it at the exact same time. People that are trying to be deceptive do it out of sync. So they'll say no and then they'll shake their head, or they'll say yes and then they'll nod their head afterwards. So yeah, congruency in time is really important. Also notice she's tucked her chin down kind of like this. So when we're feeling defensive or vulnerable, we instinctively go to protect our most vulnerable areas. Typically, we refer to this as our ventral line, which is essentially everything that goes right down the middle. One being the neck, a very sensitive area. And yeah, based on the situation, it makes sense why she would cover that area.
You went to that apartment that day. Did you intend to use your gun on either Brous or Tabitha?
No.
When you went there, what was your purpose in going there?
Thinking that I was gonna get some kind of ending to the relationship.
And what do you mean?
Like, okay, of course, after I got to, talking to him at the lounge, we had a plan. It was either going to be a start or an ending, but it was something that I could see, like I knew it wasn't just a disappearing text. And
As she said, I can see, her eyes actually widened. This would be an indication that she is actually retrieving a real story from her brain.
Still, I love you, So I went to the apartment, I guess, for lack of a better word, to get some resolve.
Did you have hope, given that Tabitha was open to the open marriage?
As the question got asked, did she have hope? We see her mouth kind of coil up to the side like this. Before she gives her verbal answer, she's thinking over the question in her head briefly, and we can quite clearly see the answer. She wasn't very hopeful.
I was nervous about that because, like I said, he had told me she had these rules about not nobody that you know and things like that. So I'm like, she knows me. So I don't know what that was gonna be like. I didn't even think about anything beyond that.
As far as Tabitha goes, this is a person that you became friendly with, right?
Correct.
How did you balance that with having an affair with her husband?
We just saw a very long and drawn out bite and lick of the lips. This is a pacifying behavior with lots of nerve endings in the lips, and we do this to calm ourselves down when we're feeling heightened anxiety and negative emotions.
It was very hard. We started off, she had approached me to invite me to lunch. It came out of nowhere, and I was...
So as she said, it came out of nowhere. We see her eyebrows raised. There's two reasons why we raise our eyebrows like this. Number one is when we want people to listen to what we're saying in that moment. But number two is when we're genuinely shocked. Based on the context of what she's saying, I think she was genuinely shocked.
I didn't know what was really going on, because by this time, Brous had been talking about us being sister wives And so when she asked me, I was a little confused because I'm like, okay, you know, has he talked to her about it? But she never said anything about our relationship. Even when we began to play tennis, it was her who initiated it. So it was uncomfortable for me, but we were friendly. And it was hard, but I still did it because I wasn't going to tell her because I love Brous.
When Brous told you that he wouldn't walk you outside, he said, Tab will do it. How did that make you feel?
Rejected, unworthy, stupid.
Just to address the lack of eye contact, a common misconception in body language is that people avoiding eye contact or glancing away is an indication of lying. And that actually couldn't be further from the truth. Now, sometimes it is, it really depends on the context, but in most cases, it's just trying to process information. In this instance, she's trying to revoke memories and tell a story. Also, the slow transition into different facial expressions is something we see when people aren't being deceptive, and it's a genuine emotion. The gradual transition we see here from being composed into a steadily more crying state does seem authentic to me.
I was so stupid. And it hurt so bad.
Were you angry or were you hurt?
I was hurt.
Were you thinking clearly when you pulled the trigger?
No.
Were you reacting to that situation?
Yes.
Was that a traumatic situation for you too, in retrospect?
Oh, yes. I hate what happened. I'm so very sorry. I never wanted to hurt anybody. I've spent most of my life helping. I never would intentionally try to hurt anybody.
Whenever we see her enter these heightened states of emotion, we see her shoulders raised. Now, in body language, we call that turtling, essentially shelling up. It's a defensive move. And let's just point out the obvious. It's really hard to fake cry. Now, this whole testimony goes on for well over an hour, and I've watched the whole thing. She goes in and out of crying very authentically.
Did you ever plan to kill Brous Perry?
Never.
When you drove to Memphis, were you driving to Memphis to kill Brous Perry?
No.
Why did you drive to Memphis?
I drove because I just wanted to see him.
Why?
I wanted him to explain why he did that.
Did you hope he would say, we can be together?
Yes,
Did he give you that hope when you went to the apartment?
he did.
Did he yank that hope away?
He did.
Did
As
you,
he often did.
did you break in that moment?
I shattered.
Did you ever intend to hurt Tabitha?
No,
Did you even realize that you had shot her?
no.
That's all I have.
Cross-examination.
Ms. Daniels,
Not long ago, we saw her take a big inhale and a big exhale. During that silent period where they transition between the set of questions, we see her take a physical reset. So she takes a swig of water and she takes a big inhale and a big exhale. She's clearly very aware of the situation she's in. We've also seen a lot of eye blocking from her. So eye blocking is essentially an expression of discomfort or negative emotions. Whenever we're in a situation that we don't want to be in, we're hearing something we don't want to hear or seeing something that we don't want to see, we eye block. This comes in many forms. The one she's been doing and is doing right now is just the basic shut of the eyes, pressing them together, really wishing that she wasn't there.
take you back to April 4th, 2019 at around 4 o'clock. You remember yesterday when we introduced that surveillance footage of you at the gun store, right?
Yes. Yes,
And you know that was you in the gun store.
that was me.
And you purchased a gun that day.
I did.
And you also purchased ammunition that day.
I did.
And when you went to that gun store, you brought your state issued ID, correct?
Yes,
And you brought your credit card, correct?
I did.
And once you left with that gun and the ammunition, you didn't go to Jacksonville, did you?
No,
You drove to Memphis,
no. I
You-
drove home.
but you eventually ended up in Memphis, did you not?
That is correct.
And you chose to go see Brous Perry, correct?
Yes, I chose to go see him.
A man that you chose to be involved with.
When I first encountered Mr. Perry for counseling, I did not choose to be with him. I went to him for direction, not a relationship.
It's a yes or no question. You chose to be involved with him after you met him, did you not?
Yes,
And when you got to Memphis, and after you talked to Mr. Perry, you drove to his apartment, correct?
yes, I drove to his apartment.
And from Sherman, Arkansas to Memphis, it's about a 3-hour drive, right?
According to what has been said, I wasn't counting.
And when you got to that apartment, you talked to Mrs. Perry.
Yes,
And when you got to that apartment, you stayed there and you talked with her for about 20 minutes. Correct?
To get the best read on body language, you have to consider changes to the baseline. So at no point up until now has she held a direct eye contact and such a fierce gaze with someone until this question has come on. Rarely throughout this set of questions has she broke eye contact. Now, what does that mean? I think she sees this questioner from a much different perspective. The fierce eye contact is really giving me vibes that she sees her as more hostile and she's getting her defenses up. We've also seen all the animated facial expressions that she's been making up until this point kind of stop. Now, that could be as a response to her negative feelings towards this questioner, or it could be the line of questions that she's just really feeling uncomfortable with and she's not looking forward to answering. And that just about wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Was this a premeditated, planned, vicious murder, or was she genuinely caught up in the emotions, in the moment, in some heightened mindset of hysteria and just popped them? I don't know. Either way, quick reminder, my free 30-day email mini course link can be found in the description. It's just one really quick lesson a day to help you build better body language to advance your career, whether you're looking for a promotion or just want to be a better leader or just have better relationships. But yeah, link is down below and I'll see you on the next one.